The Washington Biotechnology and Biomedical Association, or the WBBA, was founded in 1989. We are celebrating 25 years of life science innovation and are one of the fastest growing, healthiest life science ecosystems in the world. Please join me now in hearing from some of the founding members of the WBBA.
I was involved with a group of people, which included Gary Schweikhardt and a couple others, that were putting on what was called the Northwest Biotech Breakfast Series.
At that Biotech Breakfast in 1988 or 89, there were a whole bunch of people that volunteered to be a part of that. And we decided to form the Washington Biotechnology Association.
We clearly needed a united voice to educate people, to talk with our legislators, to talk with government officials, to talk with the general public. And it just became very clear that if we could find a way to have a united voice, that we could really make a difference even bigger than what we could do as individual companies.
Most of the biotech companies in the Seattle area were involved. Zymogenetics, Immunex, Hand Labs.
We didn't have a staff. We really didn't have any money. So it was really a board run and operated group.
So I would run copies here at the office of documents to go out to members. We did all of this sort of on the fly.
We decided that we needed internal management to really take the reins of the organization. And we had a great candidate in Tom Ranken.
Late '94, I left Immunex and I ended up being the first full-time director for the WBBA. In '94, we had a chance to influence some legislation. The governor dropped a bill, Governor Lowry, that impacted the sales tax and the B&O tax. When that bill passed in 1994, people understood that if they worked together and worked as a sector, as opposed to working just individually within their own companies, they could accomplish great things.
Bringing Bio 99 to Seattle really was a turning point for the industry in Seattle in terms of being recognized as one of the top centers in biotech in the country, if not the world.
It was a really big coming of age meeting for us. The whole world of biotechnology came to Seattle.
It was a wonderful opportunity to become recognized not only throughout the country but throughout the world. The claim to fame in 1999 for Washington State's life sciences was twofold. We had two world-renowned medical device companies, ATL and Philips Ultrasound.
With the spin-out of ATL from the University of Washington in 1966 and its acquisition by Philips Imaging in 1988, Washington has become recognized as the ultrasound epicenter of the world.
Immunex had Enbrel approved.
Bone marrow transplantation has helped save over 1 million people around the world since it was first tried back in the 1980s at the Fred Hutchinson Cancer Research Center. Also, cardiac defibrillators were invented by Physio-Control back in the 50s.
Ever since anybody had any thought at all about biotech in Seattle, the Hutch and the University of Washington have been absolutely key to that vision.
There were a number of people who were involved in the creation of the Life Sciences Discovery Fund. Governor Gary Locke was instrumental in launching the idea, and Governor Chris Gregoire pushed it over the goal line with the help of the legislature.
Through the Life Sciences Discovery Fund, with the Global Health Fund, these are small investments with priceless outcomes. Both of these are saving lives for people, not 10 years from now, but now, and creating jobs and improving our economy along the way.
More recently, the WBBA has played a key role in supporting the growth of entrepreneurs and emerging companies.
So one of the initiatives we started back in 2009 was around commercialization, helping entrepreneurs, researchers, startups, getting their product, their technology, their innovation to the marketplace.
It has really taken a central role of bringing together the resources of this sector, bringing together parties under one table and really talking about ways of advancing the industry and making it much more stronger and robust.
Well, I think it's a distinctive competency of this area that we are highly collaborative. We like to work with each other.
We've got all these great research institutions, entrepreneurs, scientists.
We certainly have relationships between the scientists at Seattle Genetics and some of the scientists at the different organizations.
And one of the things that I've also seen with the WBBA is the real effort to not be just about Seattle. There's enormous strengths across our state. Eastern Washington, WSU.
Particularly because of our global health community, our reach goes beyond all borders.
The vision we had back in those early days was to build this great hub of biotech, and the one thing that really did happen in a big way is the advancement of the nonprofit research institutions. All the other things with global health and SBRI and PATH and so forth becoming as great institutions as they've become is really an amazing
success story.
There's never been a more exciting time to be part of the Washington State life sciences ecosystem. In the first 9 months of 2014, over $1 billion in direct investment was made to emerging and existing companies.
It's hard to believe it's 25 years that this organization's been around, and I think it's made a big difference and helped really grow the industry to where it's at today.
So Washington State's life science industry is a tremendous source of economic growth here in Washington State. But more importantly, the biomedical research advances that we develop truly allow the people of Washington State and around the world to live healthier and happier lives.
We're just getting started. I think if you look at the next 25 years, Washington State is going to become known as the global leader in life science innovation and healthcare delivery.